The Saint Vincent men's cross-country team became the first program in school history to win a President's Athletic Conference team title, and in doing so ended a 20-year run by Grove City College. Senior captains Mike Stevens and Jeff Hite helped lead the team throughout the year.
Winning the PAC championship this year, the 2010 men's cross-country season, was a huge accomplished goal for this team. We had some disappointment last year. We hosted the PAC meet and we ended up taking second to Grove City. It was something that we had worked for all season. We had seen Grove City last year a few times before last year's PAC meet, but when it came to the championship last year, they took the championship trophy. So all through the summer, all through the training, throughout the season, this is really something that every guy in the team had in mind. It was something that we really wanted to accomplish, not only for us, but for our coaches and for the school as well. So being able to beat Grove City and take our first ever PAC championship and the school's first ever PAC championship and ending Grove City's 20-year run was definitely a very big milestone for the program and for the school. And Grove City is a great team. We respect them very much, and clearly after the race they showed that they respect us as well, coming up and congratulating us. So that was just a really great accomplishment for us, and we were glad that we were able to do that for Saint Vincent.
Throughout this cross-country season, we've had many different goals that we had in mind to accomplish. The way we accomplished all those goals, which I believe so far that we did accomplish every one that we had, was really a team effort. Really, there's no one particular guy that we really bank on. We really talk about the team as from the first guy the whole way to the last guy on the team. Every guy is just as important as the next. We really do feed off each other in training, in our social lives, and especially out when we're running a race. It goes to show throughout the races this year, we've had several different runners who did have that first position. I think maybe we had 3 or 4 different people that were first on the team, which shows the competition within between us, and also that we're it's more of a team aspect for us because there's so many of us that are grouped together and close. It's kind of like a competition within ourselves to try to push the next guy. It really helps us when we're running in a race, especially when we have guys from our own teammates that are our own teammates around us. If one guy is struggling a little bit and there's 2 or 3 guys around you, they can really help, either pick you up and help you finish the race. I know personally a couple times this year I was struggling, and the guys around me, rallied around me and helped me finish the race in a strong way. And on the other side of that, I've also been struggling in a race, and the guys were kind of keying off me that race, and I just told them to go and finish as hard as they could, to better the team's performance. The training that we do really starts in the summertime, which for cross country can sometimes be difficult because a lot of guys don't live close to each other. So really, it's up to each individual, to get the job done in the summer. I'm fortunate enough; I have a group of guys that I run with in Greensburg, but I know other guys on the team they're pretty much doing all the runs by themselves. So in the summertime, as we say, you have to do your homework. And I mean, it was very clear that almost all the guys, if not everybody, did their homework this year by the results that we've gotten this year in the races so far. Once we get back to campus, we have a week of training camp, which is just consists of runs and different activities that we do to get closer as a team. We had a very good training camp this year, and then we basically run 6-7 days a week, anywhere from probably 40 to 60 miles, depending on what group you're in. Just the workouts. A lot of the guys do weight training. This year we added a lot more pool workouts. So I mean, the time that we put in, it's on average, it's probably anywhere from, I would say, 2 to probably 3.5 hours a day. So it does take a lot of dedication and hard work, to do all those small things that it takes to be what we call ourselves champions.
We wouldn't be here as a team where we are, PAC championships and heading into regionals if it weren't for our outstanding coaching staff and Dr. Andrew Herr and Coach Steve Snyder. These two men have put in a great deal of time in getting us ready for this particular season. It takes a lot outside of practice. They always tell us about the things we need to do outside of practice, but they do just as much work outside of practice in getting us ready, both mentally and physically, for us to compete at our best and to compete to our full potential. Dr. Herr, he makes up a training program in the summertime that literally every single day is pinpointed for us. Every single day from June 1st until August 20th is pinpointed for us so that we're ready for camp, we're ready for the season, and we're where we need to be at a particular starting point in the season. And just with his running background and everything that he knows and his knowledge of the sport, if we follow that training program to a T, there's no doubt that we'll be ready. And I think this year has really proven that. Coach Snyder, he brings such an energetic aspect to the team. He's brought the speed aspect. We have our long runs, our endurance runs, but Coach Snyder has introduced drills such as in and outs that consist of 100-meter strides twice a week at practice to keep our footwork and our turnover quick and sharp. He's really introduced weight training to us. He walks us through the weight training program every year and encourages us to use that weight training. And not only just encourages us, but explains to us why it's important and how it's going to benefit each runner on the team. And for some guys it works and for some guys it doesn't, but I think there's been a large increase in the weight training program, and that's due to Coach Snyder and his encouragement. Both the coaches meet with us every week. Half the team will meet with Coach Herr and half the team will meet with Coach Snyder. And both of them are extremely busy. They have families, they have jobs, and on top of all that, they have their other family and their other job in us as the cross-country team. And they make sure that they take the time to meet with us and to not only just talk about running, but to talk about how things are going in our lives. How's school? How's the schoolwork going, studying? Is anything on your mind? What's bothering you? Anything you need to talk about? And they're just as willing, if not more willing, to help you with those topics and any other problems that may arise as they are to help you with any problems or occurrences that are happening with running at the time. There's a special tradition that comes with wearing the V on your chest when you go to line up and race. And that has been instilled by the runners that have come before us, guys like Nate Sylvester, Adam Smith, Thad Pajak. And we can only hope that we have left those same footprints and that same kind of traditional feel to the underclassmen who are lining up with us at the line every day now. We have a great freshman class, a very hard-working sophomore class, and a junior class that is ready to really lead this team next year. So we can only hope that we've set the example at camp at the start of the year and set the example all throughout this season to make the PAC championship that we've won a traditional thing for this team.
We still don't feel that our job is done yet. We'll be competing in our first regional meet on the 13th of November. We would really like to go there and run as well as we can. And currently we're ranked 10th. I would like to, bump our rankings up a couple notches from there because I feel that we have the talent and just the desire to do that. So as in finishing the season out, we'd all like to go out on a high note, and that's just going to take some concentration in the next week and a half or week now to prepare ourselves to do that. The spring track season coming up, I think everybody after having a successful cross season will be ready to go. The track's a little different since we don't have a whole track team per se because we don't have throwers and big meets. I mean, we're not going to be able to win track meets because we don't have like pole vaulters, throwers, and a lot of guys in those other fields. But I think it's pretty amazing when we go and we run long distance and middle distance and some sprints, and we're still scoring big chunk of points out of those meets. I think if everybody carries over what they have in cross country and in the track, especially with the long distance guys and the middle distance guys that are on the cross country team, will be fine. We also have a bunch of new freshmen that are coming in for the track program, which will definitely help the middle distance program. So, I mean, I think a bunch of us have already been talking about the track season, are very excited about it. I think, you know, being now that we're Division III and that, you know, we'll count in the pack again for track, it'll mean a lot more this year than it has in the past, and really push us to strive to do our best.